Hello, hello, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XI. Here we are again, about to get killed and kill Odin. Except this time with Samurai sub. We've just been working on our Mythic weapon gingerly, with the limited free time we have. It's never gonna be done. Alright, Conlin, get ready to kill yourself. No! It's okay. We keep our TP through death. You know, same song and dance as last time. Just a slightly weaker resolution right off the bat there. Of course, maybe he'll kill us before we get our re-raise armor on. Oh look, Dread Spikes. Kill ourselves by striking him. Now, it didn't show up in the log, but of course we just died to Dread Spikes there. So. But now we've got our re-raise set on, so you know, same thing as last time. Bleh. What I really need to do to make farming Odin more efficient is either just give up on him entirely because of, you know, this, or I need to work on my ninja gear sets and then unlock the Empyrean weapon skill for what you call it, for ninja, which is Blade High or Blade Key, however it's pronounced. It's very strong katana weapon skill, physical, darkness. I think it's darkness / gravitation. I might be wrong on the sub category there. Meditate will stop when we die. I mean, I would imagine that meditate would stop when we die. I didn't switch gear, did I? Good. One of these days, it's like, see, the problem with this thing is I gotta remember to not swap gear. And just like, that's like a really bad way for things to be. Is to have to be remembering to swap gear. Or to not swap gear. Plus, I mean, just like to actually do good damage to him, we gotta have food on. It's like a giant waste, no matter how you slice it. So. Yeah, but the reason Ninja would be able to do this is it has access to a spell called Migawari, and with Migawari, an attack that would be guaranteed to deal lethal damage to you is reduced to like 1/10 of its power, or like 1/20th of its power, or something like that. And so like you won't die, right? You're guaranteed to survive, whatever. And technically, I guess technically Bard can do it too, because Bard has a song that does the same thing, but for the whole group, called Sentinel's Scherzo. You know, come to think of it, I could probably just do it on Bard. But the reason I would want to do it on Ninja is, I don't know, I'm pretty sure Ninja is stronger than Bard. And Ninja also has like some other ninjutsu that has like store TP on it, attack down on Odin, just some other things that are kind of nice to have. Let's turn off names. Names are obscuring, Slipnir. Swing. No, no, not Sloga. No, we resisted it because I'm level 115 with the. Bleh. Yeah, I guess Bard might actually be a better choice, actually, than Ninja, come to think of it. I've already got the best weapon skills for Bard, which is Savage Blade from the Naegling and Rudra Storm for Dagger. Sentinel Scherzo would take care of the 10,000 Needles thing, and then we could use Magic Finale to get rid of Dread Spikes. I don't think Ninja has a way to get rid of Dread Spikes, actually. So might be a good idea to use Bard. I'll try it off camera. I don't mind losing an Iron Jar. The process for making a Mythic is so long that just like, no, I'm gonna die. Yeah, the process for making a Mythic so long is just that like, you know, like missing a run or two or a day or two, whatever. It's more or less just, oh, I took a break from the ceaseless grind, you know. Like, it's not like, oh no, my progress, I'll never be able to catch up. Because no one in this game, no matter what anyone online says, like, no one has played this game and done all its grinds without ever taking a break. Just not possible, right? So, of course, I'm sure some people would have wished to not have had to take breaks. And I'm sure there's people who, like, even when they had to take the break wasn't as long as, like, the kind of break I take. Man, Santetsuken looks pretty cool. It's a shame that we're powered by Shinryu armor. Yeah, get those Valkyries out, those hot, sexy bitches. Why do they hit me so hard? Yeah, I'm pretty sure back in the day, without a shield block, Odin was hitting paladins for like over 400 damage or something. You know, for like basically for a quarter of their health. So Ninja Sub was like a must. I wish the Odin music would continue playing while we were dead. got nothing of value at all. Except for the Therian Ichor, of course. Now, one thing that's kind of irritating, as I'm pretty sure I won't be able to see it in the log, but, oh, actually, no, we can, okay. Off-screen, I've been farming Iron Her Jar, and it only actually takes one Valkyrie feather from each tier to enter Odin's chamber, but they still actually let you farm as many of the feathers as you want. I mean, like, with regards to, like, you can get all 9. But if you do that, right, all of the feathers get consumed. There's no distinguishing. And I guess that's, like, because they didn't want, when they first did that update, they didn't want people to be able to just, you know, build up 9 feathers on multiple characters and then just hog the chamber, right? Because if it worked how it, you know, should really, you'd be able to do 3 Odin runs in a row, and like if your group had the time, you know, you could just hog Odin's chamber all day, right? Well, actually not all day, but for 3 instances. Because I'm pretty sure everyone in the Iron Her Jar group was required to have the feathers to participate in the later chamber. I'm pretty sure that's how it worked. But either way, they didn't want people having more than one Odin at a time, basically. Pretty annoying, but, you know, understandable. But that does remind me that, you know, the Arapago Remnants had that 24-hour lockout, and it still has it. And later, with a particular mythic we're doing, whenever we get around to the Magian trials that upgrade it, we have to kill the Arapago Remnants armored chariot 3 times. Which means literally, for the mythic we're doing, there's a point where, if with any other mythic, we could just bust it out in a couple hours and get that portion of the Magian trials done. But for ours, we will have to do it over the course of 3 days. So, like, the best we could hope for is, like, waking up early one day, doing the trial before Japanese midnight, and then doing the trial again after Japanese midnight, and then we'd still have to wait a day. Rough. Also, I'm recording during the daytime for once, because it's my day off. And last night, I was actually finishing up the assault stage of the mythic work. So, we're actually, you know, we're not anywhere close to actually making the mythic, but we are actually done with one of the things we had to do. And we've just been turning these in one at a time until the last 2. Although maybe she only actually takes one at once anyway? Oh, okay, she only takes one at once anyway, so... or he? The thing's name is Paparoom, but is that like Papillion? You know, like butterfly, or... In the last Kickheron we were in a quest with that was this color was a girl Kickheron, so... I'm just predisposed. Okay, so Assault Memoirs are done. Balaron's eye patch is from the Ichor. This is from Nizel tokens, and obviously... Oh, don't be sad, we just asked you about literally everything. What? Make some room and come back? What are you talking about? I saw this red mage doing assaults over and over the other day, so I think they were having to redo them. They're working on Mythic too. They didn't team up with me or anything, but I didn't even bother asking. But since we're here, we might as well, and we have a little bit of money still because I haven't just splurged it all. Let's see what the going rate on Alexandrite is, and just plug in a few stacks maybe. 500k! That's what? Man, people are impatient as fuck these days. If people were smart, they would have followed me in bidding on these for 400k, and then, you know, force the price to go lower rather than have these scalpers scalp us. We'll see if we can get it for, like, I'm not bidding any more than 450k for a stack of Alexandrite. No siree. Like, you fuck off with your scalping. Okay, so we'll just go right up to 450, and if we don't get one for 450, then fuck it. Okay, well, I fibbed a little, I'll go a little bit higher. I will go to an evil meme number, 666 in it. Okay. Nope. Okay, fuck you, player base. Fuck you. I'm not paying your fucking scalping bitch-ass prices. I will get the Alexandrite myself. Although, we can go check player bazaars. Usually, people put their Alexandrite mules next to the dude. But some people, on Bahamut server here, people seem to AFK the bazaars in Port Juno near the Mog House the most. You know, back on Odin, it was in Upper Juno, near the Mog House. But here, it all seems to be in Port Juno. We'll check really quick for some Alexandrite. If it's lower than 500k, then I'll get a stack, because I would like to see where I'm at. I'm pretty sure it's like I need like 28,000, like 594 more or something like that. You know, so like we're not even close, but I would like to have like a number in my head. It's funny, I look through these bazaars and I don't know what any of this shit actually is. She's trying to sell individuals for that much. We could buy 25 Alexandrites from her for... I wonder if she's actually screwed anyone over with that pricing. Like, I wonder if anyone's looked at it and thought, oh, a stack of Alexandrite for 378k? And then they went in to buy it, and then they actually bought it, and they spent like, you know, like 30 million or something buying, like, not even a single stack. Also, people on this server being cutthroat all of a sudden about liminal residue and devious dice. And I just don't want to spend that much money. I've still got like 4 or 5, the same 4 or 5 Empyrean weapon skills to learn, but, you know, there's like such a big limitation on how much gil I have to spend these days, because I haven't gotten any, you know, like lottery winning items, and I haven't really been focused on making gil. Like, if I was focusing all my playtime on making gil, we could, you know, I wouldn't say like instantly do all this stuff, but like, oh, what was it, like, I think it was 8 hours, spending 8 hours in the quicksand caves just farming the notorious monsters and the ants, resulted in about, I wonder if that's the guy who bought my Hachiryu Haramaki the other day. Probably not. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see any Alexandrite, so maybe, yeah, maybe we're not gonna get to Of course, I mean, like, why bizarre it if people are gonna buy it on the auction house for 500k, right? Like, why bizarre it for a lower price when you can just sell it on the auction house to the impatient people who buy Gil, and just like, oh, that's mildly annoying, and just keep buying, right? Like, apparently that's how a lot of the player base is these days. It's just like anyone who's playing seriously, they just like they don't have time to like go and farm millions of Gil. But of course, they're doing better methods to make Gil than I use. Like, of course, everyone has Sparks and Unity accolades and things, but a lot of people, you know, like, you can see some of these bizarre prices on this stuff. Like, this stuff comes from the current in-game events, and people are just, you know, buying it, because it takes so much of everything. I wonder what this single is selling for. 3k. I'll take that. That's actually a deal. Wow. Okay. Can't even get the single for the listed price. Okay, so we'll try 487,000 Gil. That gets us a stack. It'd be cool. It doesn't get us a stack. Okay, fine. Fine. In the interest of just seeing how much Alexandrite we have left to go, we will fucking be retarded and buy Alexandrite for 500k. Disgusting, disgusting, disgusting. I hate recording during the day, though. I really do. I still live with my old man. He basically needs a caretaker. Although I live here because he's not charging me rent, so there's that. But also, it's really close to where my fiance lives, so it's just like a win-win-win-win-win-win situation for me. But during the day, unless it's a day where they're running cooking shows like America's Test Kitchen or something similar to that, he will just watch the news incessantly, ceaselessly, just fucking forever. And if he gets tired of what one news station is saying, he switches to another one. And then, like, he just leaves it on when he leaves the room, and it's like full blast volume. Like, I'm so glad you can't hear it, because it's just like okay, 28,495 more. So yeah, that's exactly what I said before, was when I said 28,594, what it was. So yeah, we're like almost, what, like, we've gotten just over 1,500. We've gotten 1,505 Alexandrites so far. Or wait, yeah, 1,505, yeah. So we're like, what, 20% of the way through? No, not 20%. 1/20th, 5%. 5% of the way through. My brain can't do math. Okay, so 5% of the way on the Mythic there. But that's just that, right? Like, we still have this bitch, and getting the eye patch. So we have 23,000 ampoules. So we still need 77,000 ampoules of Theria Knicker. So basically, how much do these cost? Okay, that's not worth it at all. But buying these with, like, basically it's each of the feathers or whatever. Like, the soul lets you get a tier 3, right? You trade them to the little glowy spot next to the Einherjar gate, and you get a key item feather without having to do a room. But since the rooms are so easy to do, why would we ever get these, right? Like, the only reason to get these is if we were specifically trying to fight Odin, but we'd be spending 5,000 ampoules to only get 2880 back, so we'd be losing ampoules if we bought them at all. So yeah, but yeah, we're after this. She's got Balron's eye patch, so yep, that's what she's got. That's what she's doing. That's the whole thing. And then I'm not even going to go look at the tokens because I know we need a ridiculous amount. I've only done the one Nisel Isle run that I did on camera at the end of the video before last, or last video, or whenever it was. And nothing's changed, right? We still need like 148,000 Nisel Isle tokens. So, pain in the ass. But maybe we can ask for help from people and get that done really quickly. Or at least a lot more quickly than we'll be able to do it by ourselves. But anyway, now that we're 25 minutes in, and you can see that I'm working on the Mythic, this like never-ending mountain. I think it's time for us to do more Voracious Resurgence, and I probably should have had the guide open already, but I didn't. I was too slow. I like told my brother he should start playing again so we could beat Voracious Resurgence together. And he like... He was like, cool, yeah. And he thought that I was gonna just like fast track doing Voracious Resurgence as like the very first thing that I was doing. But like while I was telling him that, like it was like on a day where like I couldn't even play. And then like I got home and I was so tired I just like crashed. And then like the next day I didn't even play, and the next day after that I didn't even play. And then finally I started playing and recording again. It's like, you know, we did some Voracious Resurgence and we started working on this Mythic. That's pretty much where we're at. And he's just like, oh, you know, I was like 3/4 of the way through Voracious Resurgence when I stopped playing last. So he's like, I guess I'll continue where I left off and wait for you. He got to the very last mission and then he was just sort of like, he's got a link shell that does like dynamics divergence and stuff like that, so he just went ahead and got with his social group and they did the final fight. And he's beaten the Voracious Resurgence without me, which I don't blame him. He just wanted to figure it out, and then he was telling me I have to level Blue Mage, like I have to use Blue Mage because They went in with a really bad party composition. Like their initial party composition was like Rune Fencer, Thief, Ranger, and I think a Dark Knight or something. And so like they only had like one trust, and they wanted to use a buffing trust to finish out their buff list instead of a healing trust. This trust is gonna die quickly anyway. They wiped a whole bunch. He said we just kept wiping, But then one of the people in the party had also made a different prime weapon, the sword, and so they switched to Blue Mage. And they went in, and the Blue Mage, apparently the final boss of Voracious Resurgence is like super susceptible to stun from Sudden Lunge, the Ladybug stun move, and they didn't keep it fully stun locked, but they kept it almost fully stun locked, and it made it so much easier that they won on the very first attempt where they did that. And if you go look at the discussion page on BG Wiki, the final fight for Voracious Resurgence mentions that. And apparently when the fight first came out, the stun lock from that was so powerful, you could actually skip a phase in the fight. And they had to patch it to make it so that the phase wouldn't be skipped. But surprisingly, they didn't patch it so that Sudden Lunge stopped working or anything, so... Anyway, it's mission time now. Hey, mister, excellent timing. Raybrim is looking for you. I think he wants to talk to you about something. He probably has grown tired of Bastok and wants you to talk about life outside these walls. Although, don't take him outside the city, no matter how much he begs you. I'm still worried about him. Sometimes he gets this blank look on his face and says he's forgetting something important. So that's why I'm always trying to keep an eye on him. Although whenever I do, I often feel waves of nostalgia crashing over me too. Maybe Raybrim is actually somebody I knew before that was undergone some kind of rebirth. Oh, where was I? Ah, yes. If you're going to see Raybrim, you should probably hurry. You should be able to catch up with him at the entrance to the Zarin mines, just west of here. Apparently, he was sent on an errand, so he said he needed to visit Drangord. You know, with the similarity to the name, what if Raybrim is just like a reincarnation of Ralgrim? Maybe he's still got part of the Shadow Lord in him or something. Talk to Drangord at D7 near the entrance to Zarin Mines for another cutscene. Do. Sure thing. Yeah, it's kind of funny. My brother said I need to do the Blue Mage Prime weapon so that we can just duo it together. He's confident we would be able to duo it if I do that. Which I don't know how much work my Blue Mage would actually need for that. Like, I don't have all my unbridled learning spells, obviously, and I've only got 100 job points on it, so I don't know. Like, I don't know the situation with his party or anything. Like, my brother's character's like a master level 24 ranger and then like master level 22 thief or something like that. Or maybe his ranger's like master level 32. Either way, he's got quite a few master levels. He's like pretty deep in, like much further ahead of me gameplay wise. He's also made way more, like he took way less breaks from 11 than I did, and he's got way more ultimate weapons. Like, he's got 2 mythics. He's got the mythic crossbow, the mythic spear. He's got, oh, we were supposed to talk to someone, not go inside. He's got relic dagger, relic bow. He's got Empyrean gun and Empyrean bow, but they're only level 90. He never took them over level 90, I think. So he's done with the Abyssea portions for that, and he could totally easily bring them up to speed. He just never has. He's got looking for Drang Zord, right? Well, that's Drang Gord. Right? Okay. I assume that's the guy. It is the guy. I'm saying his name wrong. Whatever. You say you're a friend of Raybrim's. I actually just sent him on another errand. He may be just a kid, but he's quite dependable. Although, I probably shouldn't ask so much of him. Come with me, I'll go get him for you. Ah, calm wind. Wait till you hear this. I actually remembered something. They just came after me staring at that large mountain every day. That eggshell I gave to the Gloom Phantom guy in the Korlaka tunnel. I remember it also came from a large mountain. I was surrounded by the sparkle of twilight. I kept climbing the mountain path as it rose higher and higher. Once I reached the summit, I saw somebody there. Who did you see? Well, I don't remember. I just thought it was important to tell somebody about this right away. I thought you might know what it meant, Calmwind. Dude, I ain't a Galka, what the fuck? Oh, hey. Hey, Cornelia. That's some nice absolute territory you got there. Man, her legs are toned. Cornelia, why are you so out of breath? We've got trouble. Some terrifying monsters have appeared within the Zarin mines. What? You must help us, Calmwind. We have to help the people still trapped in the mines. Dun dun dun. I think she uses the same frame or running animation as Prish. Speak to enter Zarin Mines for a cutscene. You must zone in from Bastak Mines. Why wouldn't you? You're like literally right next to it. Like, It would not be faster to go back to a teleporter and then teleport into him. I can't believe there's people out there who do that. That means this is a notation in this guide because someone out there was like, I'm done talking to the NPC. I will now go back to my home point so that I can home point warp somewhere else. Instead of just go in the fucking mines that are right there. Jesus. Come on, we've got to get out of here. Dun dun dun, but calm wind is running towards the danger. Help us. Oh, Wings of the Goddess music? That's a lot of quadubs. Calm wind, was that... What are the quadub doing here? We've got a situation on our hands. It's a quadub attack! Wait, that might not be safe. That wave might not be safe either. Come in, I'll go after him. So you deal with quadub. That's quite the hiding spot, I'd say. I'm gonna beat up after that trip down the river. I feel like my eyes are spinning in their sockets. Mark Bihu, can you even see where you're going? That person seems to be staring at us. Huh? Haven't we met him before? That's the one who defeated that orc who was swallowed by the egg. In that case, maybe he can help with our other problem. He's more than welcome to try. I feel like I'm gonna die. I need to get outside and get some sunlight. Got no choice. Let's get out of here and fall back to the Palboro mines. He's got a black Narok. I want his black Narok, damn it. Yeah, I'm thinking even though my brother told me to do Blue Mage, I think I know enough Blue Mages that when we get to the end of Voracious Resurgence, I'll just ask someone. And I think I'm just going to stick and get a black Ragnarok. Because it looks cool. I mean, like, it looks like... Then we'd have the, you know, the light version, the dark version, or whatever. Even though, like, the story for the... you know, the regular relics is actually kind of dark anyway. They come from Dynamis, which is darkness anyway. This isn't good. The Quadov have launched an attack from the Palboro mines. They didn't even notice me as they charged south. Didn't you see them? How did they get in the gate, though? Dun, 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 dun. Touch the Quadov Inquest at I-9 for a cutscene. Touch the Quadov Inquest again to begin a confrontation with Dobo Venomtail, Old Quadov, Brass Quadov, and Copper Quadov. Black Mage Warrior, Dark Knight, and Thief. Dobo Venomtail uses Manafot and has a 100 tick in poison effect on melee hits. This fight is not difficult, but it is not strictly trivial either. The Quadovs can do some real damage, but any trust healer should be able to handle it. Okay, well, in that case, we'll definitely use food. We'll go ahead and whip out our trusts. Sounds like there's going to be multiple of them, so obviously we'll want some control over the fight here. I guess we could try using Archangel Tarutaru, maybe? He's got Sleepka too. And if he fails, then we can always and we can build TP ahead of time too. Build a little TP. Get a little Kindred Seal. You know. Just calm wind things. I like that we get 200 TP a hit for Ragnarok. It's not, you know, it's a 5 hit, right? It's not as good as just the 4 hit we have on Samurai, but I mean, it works, right? Like, just going to build to 300% TP. And, hopefully, Apuru gets Shell 5 off on one of these. If not, it's fine. She'll do it at, like, first thing on thing. And we can be smart, too. Like, we just use our damage taken set, right? And then we have a total of, what, 8, 15, 19... 28, 32, 42, 47. Yeah, we have max damage taken reduction. We're good. We take half damage. Curses, they vanish without a trace. You some kind of hero? Yeah. Ha, you won't get in our way. Gotta love it. Last storyline, we became a god. This storyline, it's like some turtle guys are just like, you're a fucking pansy. Yeah, we'll just take out Dobo first because he sounds, you know, the deadliest. He's dead. That's cool. Let's see if we can sleep him with Shockwave. Stunning me. Okay, you know what? I disagree with Wiki. I think that was pretty trivial. Ah, calm wind, you're alright. Alright, look, it's Ayami and Naji. Bastak's OTP. Came out of nowhere, huh? The fabled Quada Vanguard? It was a rather grand interest if they were merely just scouts. I knew that these docks could be used by the Quada from the Palboro mines, although we were still caught off guard because we didn't think they could send that many troops so quickly. More importantly, though, what were they up to? This isn't the way to Bastak. Whatever the reason, this is most certainly a declaration of war by the Quadav. Sir Iron Eater. Naji, there's no time for idle talk. You must tend to the injured. Leave it to me. I'll see to them right away. Oh, that reminds me. Take this. You can use it if you ever get hurt. Ayami, I want you to look after the young lady. We can't have her rushing off to the Palboro mines alone. You're referring to Lady Cornelia? As you command, sir. Thanks to you, we were able to quickly dispatch the Quadav threat. You have my gratitude, Calmwind. You go on ahead. The Mythical Musketeers will handle everything here. Okay, so that's that. And now the next cutscene, we've got to talk to Magi and the Meta Works, but it says something. And the thing we got from Naji was Naji's Loop, which is a ring, level 1, all jobs, enmity -1, fast cast plus 1%, cure potency plus 1%, cure potency 2 plus 1%. So I guess it's a way to get even more cure potency if you would somehow cap the cure potency, which I didn't realize cure potency had a cap. But I guess it makes sense. I assume it's exactly the same as the physical damage and magical damage caps of 50%, and then after you hit 50%, you have to get the second one that lets you go beyond that. So I guess it's kind of nice. Like, I don't think a lot of rings have fast cast on them, for one thing. But it seems like such a small, such a small thing. I don't know if it's actually going to find its way into any of our sets. Just mainly because, like we don't. We don't use third-party tools at all. Like you've heard me bitch about that before and get on my high horse about it, soapbox about it. I don't believe in using those things. I think they make the game worse for everyone. Because not because they're not useful, not because they're not helpful, not because they improve the quality of your life, but because they sour, the in-game systems. I've been on this tirade before, right? Like, they just invite people to cheat, basically. Eventually, like, that's the end result, right? It's just like, oh, it's just a little quality of life. It's just a little quality of life. And, slippery slope. Next thing you know, you just full-on botting. You got 4 characters behind you. You're paying for 5 Square Enix accounts. And you're making mythics for, like, your 5 different characters. Because you can. And you're automating, like, trading and automating this and automating that. You're, like, basically you've become a cyborg, right? Like, you're partially integrated with Final Fantasy to the extent that, like, it is part of you. And you can't stop yourself. It's ridiculous. But yeah, a lot of you can read about it. A lot of sets that use like those LUAs, the LUAs, and the other things. Like, there's always been this idea of the gear, like for casting spells, the gear you start casting in, which is usually your fast cast, then the gear you swap to in the middle of the cast to actually get the bonuses, like magic attack and stuff on your spell. And then the stuff you swap to, like, right before the cast ends, so that you get all the bonuses, but then also, like, maximize the recast and whatnot. As nice as that all is, it's a little too complex. Honestly, I gotta question whether or not the server response actually picks up on it all the time or not. It's like one of those things that's like such a, in my opinion, such a mild optimization that I don't think it's actually necessary, but people have literally optimized the fun out of this game, so. We want one, because we want to talk to Naji. Apparently this talk with Naji is optional, but we've got to talk to Iron Eater in the President's office anyway. He's well versed and trained in the art of healing, huh? He's gotten injured a lot. Okay, yeah. Relatable. Do you have presidents, or do you have presidents in the business office? No. Do you have business in the president's office? Yes, as a matter of fact, he does. Oh shit, are we going on a date? He is here about the quad of attack on the Zern mines led by Dobo Venomtail. Surely you know of my father's decision, Iron Eater. You should ask him yourself, my lady. I already tried. He just got angry and told me to go to my room. Do you know something, Calmwind? Were you summoned to the meeting? you were the one who defeated Dobo Venomtail. It's not fair to leave you out of this. Yes, I also believe that Calmwind has a right to know the truth. Iron Eater, would you mind explaining it to him? First of all, an investigation at the Zarin mines went exactly as we expected. The Quado forces came down the river from the Palboro mines. Witnesses at the scene said that the Quado were chasing something. Meanwhile, 3 beastmen led by a goblin clad in black were seen racing towards the Bastok mines. What? A black-clad goblin? Surely it mustn't have been. The Gloom... Zaid. The Gloom Phantom. Well, we know his name now. It's the Destiny Destroyers, right? Yes, that's them. The group consisting of the Gloom Phantom and his friends. Yes, we were thinking the same thing, so we talked to the Raybrim, who was previously a target of theirs. However, we did not really learn anything new. It appears that Raybrim is not involved. Yes, that makes sense. The Destiny Destroyers were satisfied once they got that eggshell, right? Although their real objective was the egg, and we're still not sure about the reason why. Did you find out anything, Calmwind? We'll tell them about the World Eater egg. Some legendary egg that gives untold power if broken open? I find it all rather hard to believe. Fortunately, if what you say is true, then that power is not so easily obtained. That orc was destroyed when he broke open the egg. I suppose the power was too much for him to bear. What if someone capable of wielding that power were to appear? The mere thought of such a thing terrifies me. Yeah. What's that you say? The Ugudo were searching for the egg in Windurst? And an orcish unit was dispatched to the Sandioria? So these beastmen were all trying to steal the egg for themselves. That means the Quadav probably are as well. They're talking about that trio that showed up where the egg was. And they worked together alongside the orcs in the Northlands to break open the egg. And so they've shown up here. Then that means, wait, could the egg be somewhere near Bastok? If so, then that might mean they're here to open the egg for themselves. We must inform Sir Lucius about this matter immediately. I must tell my father about this World Eater egg right away. The Quadav can wait. No, my lady. Like the other beastmen, the Quadav are also hoping to harness the egg's power. In fact, they may have already obtained that power. So you mean to say they purposely showed up at the Zarin mines in order to provoke us? That they are hoping to start a war? First, they lead the Republican military to the Palboro mines, where they can use the egg's overwhelming power. Wait, just a minute. Sir Volker, Iron Eater. Do you mean to say that my father intends to start a war? I know that the Quadav are our sworn enemy, however, we must remain calm if we are to avoid needless bloodshed. Naturally, there are many who share your opinion, my lady. Whether they can sway the opinion of the Senate, however. We have to at least try. Once we set down the path to war, there's no turning back. They say victory favors those who move first. I realize I may be a young girl who knows little of the ways of the world. However, this is also why I can say what needs to be said. There are things that people must know if we are to go to war. What if you were to enlist Calmwind's services, my lady? Yes, that is an excellent idea. Please, Calmwind, can you go investigate the Palboro mines for us? We need to know if the Quadav will require the World Eater egg or the power it holds within, and if not, we need to know what their plans are. You must help us decide whether Bastok needs to engage the Quadav in all-out war. Yeah, of course, I'll do it. Yay, the gratitude of the entire nation, again, because we're rank 10 in Bastok. You're damn right you wish me luck. So now we gotta go to Palboro Mines, but we have to zone into it from from North Gustaberg. So the best way to do that is to actually take an Abyssea warp to the Abyssea Grauberg Maw, and then make love in the club. Nah, then hop on a mount and go north. Although if we were on Black Mage or something, we could homeport warp directly into Palboro Mines, and then use escape to go right outside, and then walk right back in, and that would technically be faster. But do we look like a Black Mage? Yeah, I don't even like playing Black Mage, so... Nope, we are not Black Mage. Alright, Ernst. Send us to Young. Grauberg, please. Make it so, ya bitch. You know, I think coincidentally, Bastok has the most cavernous maws immediately next to it, right? It's got the cavernous maw that goes to the Wings of the Goddess era here in North Gustaberg. It's got the maw that goes to Abyssea Grauberg here again in North Gustaberg. It's got the maw that goes to Abyssea Ottawa, or not Ottawa, Altepa in South Gustaberg. And then, you know, one zone away from here in Konstadt Highlands, it has the maw that goes to Abyssea Konstadt. Right, and I think that's more mods than any other of the starter zones, right? Because like Sandioria has a maw that goes to the past in eastern Sandioria, but the next closest maw after that is actually through West Ronfar into Lothane Plateau, which goes to Abyssea Lothane. And then Windurst has a maw in western Saruda Baruda that goes to Wings of the Goddess time, and then it's got it's the same situation as Sandioria, except in reverse. Through east Saruda Baruda into Tarangi Canyon, you know, it's got. Right, so like, Bastok's got a lot of shit going on around it. That's because Bastok's the best. Oh snap, records of Imminence Challenge gain experience. That means that after this recording's over, I should probably hop on, like... Well, I don't guess I have to hop on Samurai. I guess I could just keep grinding on Warrior. Moving towards mastery. I could grind Apex monsters. They give enough XP that you fulfill the gain XP thing every one you kill. Oh, hey, is that motherfucker from the Summoner quest line? It is. It's it's that motherfucker. Like, remember he's like trying to like steal the power of the proto crystals, the slumbering gods and shit. He tries to wipe our mind with the Memorandal or whatever. I'm investigating the Cloud's plans, you little bitch. I see, it appears the Republic of Bastok is just as bloodthirsty as the Kingdom of Sandioria. Just recently, the Quadav appeared at the Zarin mines in pursuit of the Beastmen. Those Beastmen go by the moniker of the Destiny Destroyers. They journeyed south from the Northlands, eventually arriving here at the Palboro mines. And deep within the mines, they reached their destination in a room filled with Quadav eggs. Amongst the Quadav eggs, there was a special egg featuring an unusual pattern. It was broken open with that mighty sword. As a result, it let out powerful magic, which devoured all of the monsters in the area. It was determined to eat everything in its path. Naturally, the nearby Quadav eggs were consumed as well. Quada were raging mad. They resolved to execute the monster as well as the 3 beast men responsible for the whole affair. Why was that egg here? How long was it here? Who brought it and from where? Not even I know the answers to such questions, which is why I must ask the Quada. That reminds me, you are an adventurer. I need your help. Of course, you will be compensated for your trouble. I need you to find the mind-warped scorpion that lies up ahead and slay it for me. If you do that, could calm the Quada's rage and allow us to talk to them. They will also make Bastak's request easier as well. Let's go, Calm One. The truth awaits us. Alrighty then. I wish I was on Corsair so I could use Bolter's Roll. I do honestly wish the Apex capacity points thing was still going on. The next time that comes up, dude, I am gonna try to go ape shit on grinding capacity points, because there's actually a bunch of jobs that I enjoy playing that I would like to be able to say that I can seriously bring to serious content. And I know that like gearing is more important, but like we've got basically entry-level gear with our +2 ambuscade for quite a few jobs, and we still do need some more +2 ambuscade gear to finish out sets and things. But you know, like we have, like on Warrior here, we have every basic set that we need, right? We've got damage taken set, we've got a TP set, we've got a weapon skill set, we got a read raise set. You know, I guess about the only set I haven't made is I haven't technically made a hybrid set that's like, oh, this is the best damage dealing set I could have while I also reduce damage taken and have regen or something like that. But I think sets like that, they have merit, but they're not like actually that important. Yeah, I think we just have to go to the, you know, he said the egg room, right? So that, like, and I could actually be faster at this point to warp out and warp back in, because we'd be really close to the egg room. But at the same time, I would kind of just rather run there since we're already here. You know how I feel about teleportation. Like, I don't mind using it, especially since it's so prolific now, but, you know, if we're already there, right, like, I don't like to just go out of my way to use teleportation unless I really feel like I need to save time. Let's see, it does say H9, right? So that is... Yeah, I've also been thinking about starting an Empyrean weapon. Just because I'm going to start needing to be able to do other things between Einherjar runs. And also just, you know, just to have one on this character. And in the past, I've done a couple of Empyreans before because, in my opinion, they're kind of easy to make. At least the Abyssia portion, right? The Abyssia portions and the Magian portions, because like the way the Empyrean weapons work, they actually start out from Magian trials. You pick up a weapon for the Magians, and they're these weapons that have really high base damage and like nothing else. Or, well, really high base damage for their level and nothing else. These days, anyway. And you have to go camp notorious monsters with them and kill the notorious monsters that you're designated to kill multiple times. And that takes days because some of the notorious monsters you are told to go kill have like 6-hour pop times. So like, it kind of sucks. But once you get through that, and I think it's like 3 or 4 different notorious monster stages that are like that, the weapon itself, it still stays, I think, level 75. and it has really high base damage for level 75. But touch the Perversion's Refuge at H9 on map 3. I thought this was actually... Huh. Well, let's get our trust out. We gotta fight a Scorpion that has like in drain, so we'll try using Gesso. Things with shadows. But yeah, like after that, you have to go into Abyssia, and you have to get 50 of, you know, certain notorious monsters items that are literally only for that purpose. And some of the items really suck to get. Some of them aren't that bad. Some of them are only from monsters that have a respawn timer. Some of them are from monsters you can force to spawn faster by buying the pop items for the NMs off the auction house, etc., etc. By the way, you do Abyssia until you get 50 of those items. Turn it in, it becomes a level 80 version of the Empyrean that takes on the appearance of the Empyrean. And it has, at the time when they came out, they had 1 point higher base damage than relic weapons of the same level, or the same type. Curse the Quado. Those idiots really screwed things up. They've gone and made me mad. I don't care what they've got to say for themselves. I think I kind of figured something out. Pearson with strange marking brought egg. The Quados aren't like the orcs of the Ugudo. I didn't think they'd just throw away the egg. That's why we break open egg. Location for breaking egg not so good though. But we should have talked to the Quado first and then broke the egg. Huh? Dazbog, it's a little late for that now. I'm sorry, I know we need to hurry, but... Yes, we need to hurry. We also received fan letters from land across the sea. Anyway, everybody will be happy if we defeat the Mind Warp Scorpion. If we do, then we'll never have to worry about anything again. That person seems to be staring at us. Huh? Haven't we met him before? That's the one who defeated the orc who was swallowed by the egg. In that case, maybe he can help with our other problem. He's more than welcome to try. Hey you, this one's all yours. Thanks! These motherfuckers. Okay. Mind-warped scorpions. Huh. I don't think I've seen anyone fight this one. I thought there was a segment in the egg room where you fought it before, but maybe they changed its location. Death scissors. Don't hurt me, Scorpion-sama. Yamate! Yeah, after that, it's 2 more stages of Abyssia, you know, a Scars of Abyssia and then a Heroes of Abyssia zone. And it's 50 more items for the first one, and then 75 for the last. And then your Empyrean would be level 90. And that's as far as I've ever taken an Empyrean, because after that, it requires a stage that players charge money for, where you have to collect a lot of an item. In this case, it's heavy metal plates. You need 1,500, and they're super rare drop from Void Watch. Or you can also buy them now with hallmarks from Ambuscade. You need 1,500 of them, and it's ridiculous. And then after that, you need like, I think it's 30 Rift Dross or something like that to take it to 99. And then after that, it's kind of similar to a Relic, but I think you need like 300 Rift Dross or something to make it item level 119. And then you gotta like get Riftborn Boulders, I think. 10,000 Riftborn Boulders. Ridiculous, right? You did it. That's amazing. Hurry up and finish it off. Yeah, who are you supposed to be? Nice job here. You can leave the rest to me. Huh? What did you do? You're gathering the egg's power. You know how dangerous that is? It's too powerful. Yes, it is quite dangerous. This is the power to give life. It can wreak much havoc. We know the true nature of this power. It is the same as the power of the terrestrial avatars, the power of a pure crystal. Wait, what? I thought that he was just showing off, but maybe he actually knows his stuff? Yes, you might be right. So the power of the crystal is the power of life. That's why chaos is... Hey, Goblin, what are you mumbling about? Huh? What did you mean by chaos? Don't pretend you don't know. We once fight together to reach Valhalla. Oof, like I would ever tell someone like you. Bark all you like. I'll get the information out of you eventually. Oh, what's this now? What? I swear they come this way. Find them immediately. Maybe we're better off just letting them swim for it. That goblin and his companions didn't seem all that interested in this unchecked power. I can't give you this, but maybe this will suffice as a reward. I could be found it lying over there. Now then, you should hurry back and report this information to Bastok. You know everything that happened here at the Palbora mines in regards to the quad and the egg, right? Sure do. Obtained Iapetus? Level 1, polearm. Huh. Looks pretty cool. It's kind of like a harpoon. Well, obviously it's a style lock piece. Voracious Resurgence seems to be doing that a lot, giving out style lock pieces as rewards. Which, you know, I'm not totally against or anything. It's just, yeah, they take up inventory that we don't have a lot of. It's almost like they're trying to force us to buy a wardrobe subscription to the other wardrobes, just by being like, oh hey, here's all these cool style lock items that are unique to this quest line that you can't get anywhere else. Hope you have room for them. Alright, so now we gotta go back to the main away. I think I've been recording for too long, possibly. Dun, 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 dun. Sup, Iron Eater, tell me shit. Ah, you're back at last. The good lady has eagerly awaited your return. I most definitely have. You must tell us about the quad at once, before it's too late. I knew it. The quad that appeared at the Zarin mines weren't part of some assassination squad. So just as we thought, they were chasing after the Destiny Destroyers, yes? When they broke open the World Eater egg, the quad of eggs were consumed. It's only natural that they'd be out for blood. Can we really be sure that the Quada weren't after the power contained within the World Eater egg for themselves? I think so. Besides, if they were truly planning to use its power, I think they would have used the Scorpion to their advantage too. But the Quada were also trying to kill the Scorpion. That makes sense. I think we might be able to convince the President. That's excellent news. Now we can forget about this stupid war with the Quada. However, that mage who absorbed the power from the Mind Warp Scorpion is sure to be a problem. We're talking about the Tarataru mage Uran Mafrin. Is he a mage from the Federation of Windurst? If so, then Bastok enemy is not the Quada, but possibly the Federation of Windurst instead. Well, he's kind of like a rogue agent. He's not actually part of Windurst. Alright, Volker and Iron Eater are going to speak to the president. Oh, you going to give me a smooch? Oh, present. I always cook whenever I'm worried about something? Something you gotta tell me, huh? Aw, her almost gratitude. Aw. There's a lot more to this country that I want to learn about. Maybe someday I can become somebody who will represent the people and bring change to Bastok. I have grown since then. Now it isn't just this country that I wish to know more about, but the world itself. Okay. Alright. Well, you know your president, or your dad isn't going to be president forever, right? There's got to be term limits, right? So, glad you have a high sense of responsibility, but like... I asked Ayami to look into the mage known as Uran Mofrin. She has connections in Norg, so she's perfect for the task. As for the president, that's up to the good captain and Lady Cornelia. I think it should turn out okay. Okay, you say anything else? Nope. Just back to your normal NPC. 12 servings of seafood gratin. It's a really good food, actually. It's got a lot of accuracy on it, some dexterity and mind, and then evasion and magic evasion. So you eat this shit when you want to resist magic. Oh yeah. And now, apparently, the next mission is in the Otragon White Gate, and this is also, I guess, the first part of the Voracious Resurgence, where if you somehow completed Rhapsodies of Vana'diel, but you didn't complete the other storylines, I guess because you only had to complete them up to a certain degree, you have to have completed the Otragon missions to do this next one, because it takes place in Otragon. And so I guess we will go do that, because why not? I should have used number 1. Whatever. We'll get to Naja either way. It matters not. Yeah, I was thinking I was gonna do the oh god, what is it called? The prime weapons each have names, and the great sword is again referencing Norse mythology. I just can't remember what it's called. Its weapon skill is called Fimbul Vetter, even though it looks exactly like Scourge. But I was thinking of doing the Black Ragnarok because it allows me to play 4 different jobs, and so I could go to the final fight for Voracious Resurgence as a warrior, a paladin, a dark knight, or a rune fencer. I had a feeling I'd be seeing you around here, Captain Calmwind. The other day, the A-Man, or whatever that organization's called, used Achidham to put me into the scent of a possible score. Apparently, they require the assistance of Salahim Sentinels. Oh, have I ever mentioned to you that the Empress herself is a big fan of my company? It's yet another sign that our company's reputation extends far and wide throughout the realm. When you look at the people we hire, from an elven decked out in golden armor to a Yagudo with questionable fashion sense, it's not hard to see why. Naturally, that includes you as well. You're spreading the good word about our company when you're out on your little adventures, right? Not really. That's strange. I don't think I heard you properly. Try saying that again. Maybe? Hey, don't you be playing dumb on me now. I could have sworn I gave you rather specific orders to do so the last time we spoke. Or maybe I'm thinking of another one of my adorable employees. At any rate, as one of my employees, you really need to work on your communication skills. Okay, most definitely. Yes, of course you are. My new goal is to start expanding our company's reach throughout the Middlelands, too. Abquaba! Yes, ma'am! How goes Captain Calmwind's repayment plan? Well, subtracting the amount repaid so far from the figure invoice to Captain Calmwind. Oh my, I don't think I'm at liberty to say. Ha, I figured as much. The debt you owe me is capable of filling the pits of Mount Zalem itself. So that's why you're gonna take on this little request from the A-Man for me. Now let's get down to business. We need you to go investigate a rather unusual monster that has appeared near the stone tablet in the Wadjoam Woodlands. What makes it so unusual is that it's got eyeball-shaped markings somewhere on its body. Furthermore, it appears out of nowhere, attacking man and monster alike, and then vanishes without a trace. So if you can obtain some of its hair, nails, or whatever other body part before it disappears, they're willing to pay good money for them. Get to this, and they'll pay us 100 Imperial gold pieces per body part. We're gonna be raking it in. What are you waiting for? Get out of there already. Okay, so now we gotta go to Wadjoam Woodlands. And it's really far south in Wadjoam Woodlands, and this thing is telling us to take the Unity Warp. But I think we could probably get there almost as fast just by taking the Book Warp. And it would also make us one less warp, because to use the Unity Warp, we'd have to go back to one of the cities that has an A-Man Unity Warper, and then we'd have to go through the menu for that. And I don't know exactly where that puts you down, but Scooby-Dooby-Doo. 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 We want the Mamoos and Savages. We want to go to Mamook. So this will put us right inside Mamook, but then we just walk right outside, and I think we only have to go... It says it's at H13, which is like the center, most south portion of the map, so... we should be fine to just like mount up and go there pretty easily. Yeah, we can go ahead and get our trust out too, because we're gonna have to do a fight. Spoiler alert, we have to do fights in a game that revolves around fighting. It's crazy, I know. Heck though, you know, I'm so familiar with Wadjoam Woodlands though, like, we probably could have just like walked outside the city instead of going to the book, and then like, we'd have been mounted up sooner. We'd probably be like more than halfway there by the time we warped anyway. I can appreciate like movement and transit optimization, right? Like I get, you know, you want to get somewhere faster, and getting somewhere faster is better. And like that's obviously, you know, just like verifiably true, especially for things like assaults. But at the same time, I really hate like just like rushing. I don't like thinking like, oh, I could have gone 2 seconds faster if I'd gone that way. Oh, I could have gotten there a whole minute and like 26 seconds faster if I'd this way is actually 0.5 milliseconds faster. Like, no, I don't get off on that. Like, I really don't care. Like, everyone who seems to care about that eventually claims that they're bored and they have nothing to do. And like they stand around in town all day or rap AO all day, and they're just like, I'm so bored. I'm so bored. I'm so bored. And you tell them, hey, why don't you go do this? And they're like, I can't do that without my optimal party set up with my best friends and my, prosthetic dildo that I hang off my head that I only have when my friends are here. To do anything non-optimal would just, it would be a sin. I'm gonna say age 13, right? Yeah, we might as well build up some TP, I think. Although these things are so weak, it might be better just to pop the damn thing and fight. Okay, well, that's good enough. We're Samurai sub job. We'll get TP fast. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay, we're not touching the peculiar footprints, although I'm pretty sure that those are also for a voracious thing. We gotta touch the savage scars, which I find it curious. I never saw while I was doing kill shots on dragons way back in the day on Excalibur out here. I never saw anyone fight this particular monster. I only saw him fight the one that comes out of the peculiar footprints. Do not interfere. Velox seal. Open the gates. But that's for Z&Ms, buddy. I'm pretty sure that leads to like Tenon or whatever. The Hydra Z&M that I haven't actually even been able to pop yet. Okay, well, Soul Flayers are demons, and he seems pretty bulky. That means that Warding Circle actually affords us some sexy times. And you know what, I'm just going to use my 1 hour because I can, just stack up. Because he sounds pretty nasty. He's like a super powerful Soul Flayer that can still use blue magic. We defeated the returned Soul Flayer. They can apparently use Azure Lore and Unbridled Learning as well, but I don't think we gave it the opportunity to do that. So. It has the ability to use Turbillion, Bloodrake, Pyrrhic Bulwark, and Gates of Hades. It's able to be silenced by a well-geared Red Mage, negating the spells during Azure Lore. During Azure Lore, it will use Water Bomb, Fire Spit, Zephyr Mantle, Spinal Cleave, Synchro Drill, Yawn, Restoral, Exuviation, and Hysteric Barrage. So basically, it had all the really strong Otragon blue magic. Yo, what the fuck? Comrade, you died an honorable death, and were to have known peace at last. Yet what has awoken you from your slumber? Step-over of the blue? What? Oh, I think it's supposed to be the power of the blue. But there's a typo. Look at that! Another typo! You can tell that they really care about Final Fantasy XI in recent years. And it had invaded my dear comrade. Even if that were true, what would be the purpose? Perhaps further research could shed some light on this. Could this be the fate of those who aim to overcome death itself? Obtained key item lock of golden hair. But Rishvi's hair is red. Trophy taken as proof of victory against the Soul Flare. But Soul Flares don't have hair? Like, what is... I'm confused. Well, we'll go back to Nadja, and then once we have our, once we have our stuff done, then it'll be good. And I might do back-to-back recording today, because I might as well, right? Like, it seems like these missions aren't actually that bad yet. I mean, I know gain XP is going on right now. I mean, I suppose I could take a small break to give my throat a rest. Maybe get some lunch. It's well past lunchtime. I don't know. The plot thickens, I guess. I mean, I'd assume that this power from the World Eater egg is somehow being spread into things. And it's the power to give life, right? So I guess somebody spread it into Rishvi, because, you know, he killed himself back in Atragon Mission 29 against the Mamuls. You know, he like stayed behind to self-destruct after we killed that one that was riding the Wyver. And then if he's back, right, like he came back as a zombie Soul Flare at first, but then we took a part of his body. He came to look like the Balron Soul Flare. And or, you know, Soul Flare, Notorious Monster, and then turned back into himself. Which I think this is the first recorded thing of a Soul Flare turning back. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is. So. Interesting, interesting. The plot thickens. If you'd ever told me that I'd basically get to ride Genbu one day, I would tell you you're crazy. Now, this isn't technically Genbu, but I mean, originally when Genbu first came out, this was his model, minus the like rug thing that's on top. They didn't actually color the Sky Gods, so he just looked like any other Adamantoise. Which, I mean, at the time, there's also only one other Adamantoise. You know, the H&M Adamantoise, so... I'm never gonna say it Adamantis or whatever. Oh, it's supposed to be like an adamant tortoise, right? And I want you to say adamantus, like tortoise. You know, it's just not. Vowels and things don't work that way and link that together like that, so it's always going to be adamantoise to me. Plus, some British people say tortoise, so I don't care. Tortoise. Hey, baby, you want to give me a reward? Even though, like, I'm supposed to be paying you back or whatever? La 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 la. You have my utmost gratitude, Captain Raban. Ah, there you are, Captain Calmwind. I knew I could count on you. Great work as always. I heard you lent a helping hand to one of the immortals out at the stone tablet. I know because the company obtained a sizable reward because of your efforts. Therefore, I just got a busy day of counting money ahead of me, so I best be a-going now. What's this? A lock of golden hair. Oh, I know what this is about. You should just toss it. See, Captain Raban said he doesn't want the A-Man knowing that the immortals were involved. Therefore, I'm thinking that if you hand that over to A-Man, we'll be forced to give back the reward. So that means your work here's done. I'm sure this goes without saying, too, but... Yep, you failed your task. No reward for you this time. Naturally, we'll tell the A-Man we took out that monster, and I'll collect the payment, though. However, I'm not the unreasonable sort. Just this once, I'll give you something for your trouble. Abquaba! Yes, ma'am! Do you still have some of those items we gave to the recruit new employees that drove them to tears of joy? Yes, ma'am. In fact, many of the recruits said they were not worthy of receiving such a gift and returned them to us in great numbers. This will work out perfectly then. I want you to have a set to Calmwind here. I want you to give a set to Calmwind here. Yes, of course. Right this way, please. Well, are you on the verge of tears yet? You must be thinking how glad you are to have joined our company. Here you go, Calmwind. We think they suit you perfectly. Ah, that reminds me. We received a message from Captain Raban. He wishes to speak with you about something. The timing could not be better. This fashionable outfit will be perfect for your visit to the palace. Thank you again for your assistance. Keep up the good work, Captain Calmwind. Okay, so they give us this full set called the Ziamet set. And more or less, it is a style lock set of the Jared Petty set, as far as I'm aware. I don't think it looks any different. But we can put that to the proof by actually putting it on real quick before we stop this recording. Although, let's see where the next... Let's see, the next mission is called Raban the Blue. We have to go to the Imperial Palace. So, yeah, I'm probably going to definitely do a... second recording today. I don't want to be worrying about whether I can go to the palace or not. Okay, so we got the Ziamet set. And okay, it's a little bit cooler. It's the Jared Petty set, but it's black, I guess. Does it match Aquabuzz? I think Aquabuzz is more like just the regular Jared Petty, but let's see. Yeah, I think the body and legs, or the body and the boots, actually, yeah, they just match Aquabuzz right down to a T. Yeah, it's more or less the Jared Petty set, but yeah, it's got more black on it and gray instead of, yeah, like the normal set, like Aquabuzz wearing the pants, like that's the color that the hat would be. Yeah, but that's pretty cool, I guess. So we got ourselves a nice little mercenary set if we care to wear it. It doesn't look too bad, honestly. I think I could incorporate this into some lock styles, but for now I want to keep the lock set that I came up with because I think that I have good fashion sense when it comes to this game. Why are you laughing? forgot which gloves I was using. It was just the Flama, right? Like, okay. You. I actually really rather like the boots, so I think I'll try to incorporate those into a set at some point. But for now, let's go back to how we like looking. So. Anyway, now we've been recording for like an hour and 40 minutes, so thanks for watching, stay safe, and have a great day, and next time we'll do more Voracious Resurgence.